YouTube, welcome to Bama's Very Own Speaks. I am Bama's Very Own, back again with an ever so important video for the people, for the culture. So, I had two topics in mind that I wanted to do a video on, and as I started to brainstorm on both those topics, I realized they were similar and very much interconnected. And then I thought, wow, I can link this and make this a part of my Black Woman's Logic series. If you haven't checked out my Black Woman series part 1 or part 2, be sure to check it out when you get a chance. But this will be part 3, and basically on the Black Woman's Logic series, I dive into and analyze the logic of most Black women here in America. This video will be the third installment. The topic: why Black women say that there are no good men out there, and why most Black women get relationship advice from social media and memes. Oftentimes, you will hear Black women state that there are no good men out there. There are no good men. Many times, they will use this as their reasoning and their logic to why they are still single or why they cannot maintain a long-term relationship with a man. But I'm thinking maybe they don't meet the qualifications to attract a good man that they may desire. Because you never hear Black women say, right now, I don't have the qualities or qualifications to attract the good man that I desire, so I'm working on X, Y, Z in order to attract that man. You never hear that, all right? It's always, there are no good men out there. I mean, in the comment section, if you have heard a woman say, I don't have the qualities, I don't have X, Y, Z, I need to work on this to attract the type of man I want, then to comment below. But I've never heard that, actually, ever. I've never heard that, all right? But what I've heard most of the time is there are no good men out there. And I'm going to say that's not true, because men are still getting married. That's not true. And if it was true, then why are Black women continuing to search for men? If there's no good men out there, okay, if you say this as a fact, then why are you still searching for a good man if there's no good man out there? Are you stating that you accepting less? Maybe you don't have the qualifications for that good man that you desire. Have you ever thought about that? Now, when I say qualifications, I don't mean that you as a woman don't deserve the man that you desire. I'm not stating that. But do you have the qualities that attract the good man that you desire? Do you? I mean, that's a valid question. Do I possess the qualities to attract the man that I want? Because there's another factor in this equation that you don't hear most Black women talk about. Is the good man have to want you. He have to desire you, and not just in a sexual way. So this is a valid question. Do you have the qualities that will make your ideal man be attracted to you and want to pursue a long-term relationship? Let's look at this from a job or employment perspective. You may see a job out there that you desire, that you really want, that you really feel like you deserve. Okay? But in order to obtain that job that's maybe paying $100,000 a year, $200,000, $300, whatever the case may be, you have to meet certain requirements, okay? You just can't, just because you desire a job, just because you want to be a doctor, just because you want to be a lawyer, just because you want to be a CEO, whatever the case may be, you have to have certain qualifications for you to obtain that job, for that job to be attracted to you to receive. Maybe that job has a education requirement. Maybe that job has a experience requirement. Maybe that job has a particular skill set that maybe you only have. No matter how much you desire that job and you want that job, or you think you deserve that job, you will not get that job if you do not meet those qualifications, if you do not qualify. As bad as you want it. So what happens when you don't qualify for a job? Well, you're probably not gonna get that job, like I said. And second, you gotta do what everybody else does and work a job that they can obtain based on the job market and how they value your skills. If you only have a high school education, then you're gonna be limited to certain jobs and a certain pay range. So maybe you can't get that $200K a year job that you desire. Maybe your only skill sets, the value that the market is dictating, will only pay you $40,000 or $50,000. All right, so you got to do it like most people and work that job because you do not meet the qualifications for that quote unquote good job. And that's exactly what's going on out here in the dating scene with a lot of these black women and their logic. Most black women believe they desire a man that is better than their market value, their perceived market value. Just like a job, every woman has a perceived market value out here. Every man has a perceived market value. So for the most part, just like in the job market, people are working and getting paid for a job within their skill level and what their perceived value is. A lot of these black women are being valued or treated or attracting men based on their market value. And that's what they don't understand. Because a black woman's logic is using the job market analogy that I can have a high school diploma, but I want a job that is paying me $200K with good benefits, 30 days, a year of vacation time, medical insurance, and a company car. And that's not the case. They want a quote unquote good man, but you coming to the table with a multitude of kids with different baby daddies. You coming to the table with a low income job, $40,000 or less a year. You coming to the table with bad credit. You coming to the table with not working out, not being in shape, letting yourself go. You coming to the table with you don't know how to cook, you don't know how to clean. You coming to the table being very hyper-masculine and non-feminine, non-submissive. That's what qualifications you bring to the table, but you want an Idris Elba type of guy. You want a Michael B. Jordan. That's what you think you deserve. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You can't not even graduate high school but expect to be paid like a lawyer. That's not how it works in the employment sector, and that's not how it works in the relationship sector. But the logic of a lot of these black women is that they deserve good men that they do not qualify for. So they would say that there are no good men. No, there are no good men attracting to you because you do not meet the qualifications. Now, that may be a hard pill to swallow, but some women need to realize that so they can get their qualities and qualifications and their education up. Understand what a man wants, how a man like to be treated. Get your credit right so you can bring something to the table, okay? Realize earlier that you shouldn't be watch who you sleeping with so you don't bring a multitude of kids and the baby daddies into a picture. That already knocks off your market value for the quote unquote good man out there. These are all things that they must consider. And why do they feel this way? Social media. Social media. Most black women get their relationship advice from memes. Never make someone a priority that sees you as an option. If you can't be treated like a queen, then he doesn't deserve you. Y'all know those memes. It's all social engineering. You wonder why you never see any memes saying, black woman, get up and go work out and get in shape for your man. Okay, that's what men like. You never see any memes saying, black woman, be submissive to your man, go cook and clean for him. You never really see any memes like that. It's always exonerating the woman of any responsibility as far as her value to get the good man. It's always anti-black man, which clouds you all judgment and vision of what a good man is. And you become confused because you looking at these memes thinking that it's supposed to be some perfect kind of situation. But what you do see is where they had a picture of the guy that's 6'5", chocolate with chiseled abs and muscles and a nice smile that makes $100K, $200K a year, that has this house and bringing all this to the table and gonna come and save you. That's not reality, black woman. And I'm not saying this in a bashing way. I'm saying this because I love you. I say this stuff in this video because I'm trying to inform you. What you're reading and seeing on those blogs or those memes, that's not reality. You have to have the qualities to attract the men that you want. Okay, you have to be real about it. You have to be. Most black women's logic is that I cannot work out, I can bring X amount of kids, and I want a Michael B. Jordan. I know I only make $30,000 a year, but I want a man that make $100,000 a year, no kids or no baby mama drama, own his own house, has good benefits, is loyal, faithful, works out, and is saved. Black woman, this is not some Disney movie, okay? Your Prince Charming is not gonna swoop down out of nowhere and save you from your situation. Disney did a good job of not putting a lot of black girls or black women in those movies. That's all on purpose because art imitates life. That happens to white women. And I'm not saying it won't happen to you, but I'm just saying that what are you bringing to the table? That's all I'm saying. What are your qualifications? I don't want to make this video too long. If I spit any type of facts in this video, then like the video. You don't have to agree with it, but if I wasn't being sincere, let me know in the comment section. Start a dialogue. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my other Black Woman Logic videos, okay? Because I touched on some very important sentiments in those videos. All right, it's not a bashing. This is not bashing, okay? I'm gonna do a black man's logic too, all right? That's coming down the road. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you listening. Bama's very own out.